Hello and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. I, of course, am your wonderful host, Mark Alexander. And we have a different kind of video today. So I have stayed away from reviewing knives. And that's because I don't have certain things that I want in order to review a knife properly. So we're reviewing something sort of like a knife. We're reviewing a mini cleaver. My guys, I was like, that's cool. That's a cool little thing. Now, I was down on vacation down in the Smoky Mountains, and I went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works. By the way, it's an awesome place. If you're an outdoorsman and if you are just interested in edged things, whether that be axes, machetes, hatchets, froes, cleavers, knives, if it has an edge on it, shovels, everything is there. Everything. It's like 4 levels of awesomeness. And I could probably spend $1,000 there very quickly. And I'm not going to do it while I'm this small. If you give me the money, I'll go and use it. But, you know, I need y'all to subscribe because it costs you nothing. It helps me so much. So if you want to subscribe, like if I can get up to where I'm monetized, I'll go buy stuff, like big stuff. But until then, we're doing this kind of stuff. Now, what is this mini cleaver? This is a Gerber tri-tip mini cleaver. Now, I'll show you the price. $38.99. A little pricey, but you know, this is a unique item, and I thought why not bring that uniqueness to you? So let's read our features. By the way, does come with a hard plastic sheath. We will see how I like that. Sometimes those are really nice, sometimes they're really not. But let's see. 7 CR stainless steel, no idea what that means. Fine edge, we will test that. Fixed blade, of course, it's a fixed blade, it doesn't fold. Corrosion resistant. That's something that we're not going to take the time to test, but we're just going to believe that it's corrosion resistant. Textured grip, it looks textured. Stealth multi-mount. I guess that's where this has all these holes in it. You can mount it in different variations. So let's get it open. I'm going to take me some game shears. Cut me enough of a hole in this. Snap. Oh, I just need my camera. Are you all okay? Okay, so I cut the top off of it. Let's see if I can get it out or if I have to cut the side off too. Nope, it's gonna be okay. So here's our sheath. Hard plastic sheath. Oh, this is what it meant. So you can actually move this thing so you can set it like that or that. That's neat. We'll have to try that maybe in a future video, or we may try it in this video further down the line. Just depends on what kind of time I've got. So this is our mini cleaver. Comes with a couple of little plastic things on it to keep the edges from ruining the packaging. So it's about the size of a cheese cleaver. It doesn't say where it's made. The grip is feels really plasticky. I'm gonna have to use this some. So this edge is not sharp. This one feels very sharp. Got a big thick spine on it, very thick. So I shouldn't have to worry about like breaking it off like right there at the handle. It does narrow down, if you can see that. Let me get my head out of the way. It narrows down to the tip. So we're gonna try this out as a knife and see, can this mini cleaver knife? Because it does feel nice to like get it up here where I could maybe do some fine work with it. But can I the first test we're gonna do is just over out of frame. We'll see you there in a minute. Okay, before I run over there, we're gonna do a shake test on this. Thing holds it, but it's a little bit rattly. But it's got a button right there to hold down so that when you put this in, it stays in. So you really can pack this any way that you particularly decide to. So I've got something to do with this just out of frame. Let's go do it. All right, guys, so we're gonna see if this mini cleaver can do a basic job, peeling a potato and preparing it to be fried. So we're gonna try our luck at peeling this potato. So let's pop our knife out, and we're gonna just real careful like. I know I'm not supposed to cut towards myself, but this is what I do. If you don't like it, you make your own video, do it however you want. Okay, so yes, we can peel this relatively easily. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. I thought it would be a little bit bulky, but it peels just fine. I'm gonna finish peeling this and I'll come back to you when I'm starting to cut it up. All right, so we've got our potato peeled. Now, some people, they like to cut their potatoes like this. And this is good enough to do that. You can see I've got a nice slice of potato. Now, I just proved, yes, you can do that if you want to. Now, I like doing it long ways. And you have, with this small a knife, I have to kind of like cut halfway through it and then finish my cut on the way back. But you can definitely cut this, you can definitely make this work for you. Now these cuts are a little bit tough, but these are planks. So if I wanted to, I could just leave them like this. But I will take and that's how I make my fries. And I make nice, good long fries with that. So I can take and quickly, don't get too fast with it, because this thing is sharp. But I can make fries with this in no time flat, and I can make them thin if I want to. Because these are super thin fries, like thin fries. Like, look at it, this one in particular. You can almost see through that one, like, yeah, see through it. But can I use this as a knife to like prepare myself food? You bet. Now, is it gonna work like a normal cleaver where I can just go bam, 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 and cut through like some big chunk of meat? No, but it works just fine on potatoes. So guys, I'm gonna fix these potatoes, and the next time, let me get you up here where you can see me, and the next time I see you, we will not be inside of my house. All right guys, so you saw we can peel a potato, we can cut a potato, but what happens if I try something a little larger? See that this here, it's almost that big around. So can I cut something like this? And if I can, that means I can do anything I want to with this knife. Now, I made me a neck lanyard for this thing. If you want to know how I made this, let me know down in the comments. But you can see my knife's still the same. I haven't sharpened it. I haven't done anything to it. But whenever you're doing this kind of work, unless you have a very large knife, you're going to be using a baton with your knife. So we're going to do the same. We're just going to set it on there and hit our baton. Knock it out. And again. And one more really close. Oh, greenbrier's got me. Let's do it one more time. And I think this last one, and I'll be able just to pull it down. Maybe one more. So we've got a good cutting on it. And boom, down. Now, it's hung up in another tree, so all we have to do, line our cuts up, break our stick, again, and we just have to waller it out of this other tree. Boom, down. That didn't take me a lot of time. My stick broke, but you can see I can cut larger pieces of wood. Now, if I were cutting something like this size, like that's not hardly even as big as my pinky, I could break that off. Why would I need a knife? But something this large, I can't break that off. I'd have to cut it down. And you can see our knife did just fine. And I can baton it in there and it can just sit. Actually, I might just get me a quick picture for a profile, not profile pic. We're not on Facebook, for a thumbnail. So one moment, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to give you a quick closing on this. You know, kind of a how do I like it now that I've lived with it for a few weeks. All right, guys. So how do I like this knife? I can tell you, this is useful. Yes, I can use this. You saw, cut a tree down in probably less than a minute and a half, and it was easy. I just set the knife down, and I had a baton. Boom, nailed it through. It was easy. Now, I've used this for many other things. You've probably seen this in other videos where I have alluded to this. Now, this case, I love this case. I put a lanyard on it, and I have been wearing it off and on for the past several weeks. Not once has it offered to fall out. Now, as far as the way this knife is designed, let me get a little closer and show you. So, do you see how this knife is designed? It comes out and then down some, and this blade is in line with where my finger wants to go. So at least once, I went to put my finger on it, and the corner caught my finger and cut me. That's just something I need to learn about. Actually, after this video's over with, I'm going to take a file and I'm going to file that little corner off. And that way I don't ever have to worry about that issue again. But guys, is this a knife or is this a gimmick? It's kind of both, but it's usable. This is a usable, functional knife. This is not like, say, a karambit, which is nearly unusable as a regular knife. But guys, that's all there is to say for this video. Should you buy this? If you want it, yeah, it's a worthwhile knife. That's all there is to say. So I'm going to say the usual YouTube things. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Hit that bell notification, please, for me. And subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it means so much to me. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.